Picture this, a life where you control your time. Yeah, and you're making money doing what you love. All the while, you're still able to be there for all of your kids' milestones. Every single one of them. All the homework assignments, all the science projects, all the school trips, all the plays, all the sporting events, everything. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Yeah, doesn't it? Right. Well, my fellow parents, this dream is closer to reality than you think. Welcome to a fresh chapter of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. This chapter, my friends, is dedicated to you. All my hard-working parents out there looking to become digital nomads through side hustles. Look, if you're searching for that push, that gets you that sign that it's time to make a change, then consider this that moment. Tune in and let's make your dream a reality together. Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online, but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com. What is up? What the heck is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to the first dose of parental digital nomad learning. I am your humble host, Tracy Brinkmann. And here we're going to be navigating the ins and outs of side hustles. Yeah. And the leap that so many of us want to make into becoming a digital nomad. But here's where we're going to separate ourselves from everyone else. We're going to be doing all of this with a parenting twist. Yeah. I am excited to share some big news with you today. So buckle up, my friends, because we're about to make a wild turn. But before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt stuck in a routine, the ka-chunka of balancing your 9-to-5 job with your parenting duties, all while still trying to squeeze out just a moment for yourself and maybe your significant other? Have you dreamt, I know you have, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Have you dreamt about breaking the mold and taking control of your time and making some extra income while you're at it? Of course you have. Well, let me tell you, you're not alone. No, heck no. Even though you might feel alone, there are so many of us out there. And today's episode is just the shakeup you, my friend, are going to need. You see, once upon a time, I was in your shoes. Hear me out here. I was juggling work. I was juggling kids. I was juggling events. One of my kids was in competitive cheer. We were traveling all over. All the unending list of responsibilities that come with adulting. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Parenthood, adulthood. But like you, I still had dreams of freedom, dreams of flexibility, dreams of creating financial security. And that's when I stumbled onto the world of side hustles. And I discovered this life-changing opportunity of becoming a digital nomad. Now, I discovered it way back when, but we won't talk about that, will we? However, the journey was never easy. Oh, God, right? I made mistakes. I stumbled, I bumbled, I tripped, I fell, I face-planted. I took risks, and I learned some hard lessons. And that's exactly why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to share with you what I have learned and what I am still learning about those lessons, and to inspire folks like you to take that same leap. But here's the thing. As I continued my podcasting journey, I realized something. A large chunk of my listeners, those folks that tune in week after week after week, episode after episode after episode, I found out many of you are parents. Yeah, just like me. parents looking for a way out, a way to refine their lives while maintaining that proud role of a parent, of a caregiver, right? And so I have felt that pull, that strong urge to speak directly to you, my parental friends, because I've been there. Yeah, got 4 daughters. Yeah, so I know the unique challenges that come with being a mom, being a dad. There was a period of time I was a single father, and I say that proudly. Now, do I want everyone to be a single parent out there? No. It's so much easier when you have both mom and dad, but that's a whole nother podcast in and of itself. But here's the big news I want to share with you. We're shifting gears. We're honing in on you. That's right, you, the hardworking parents dreaming of the digital nomad lifestyle through side hustles. Maybe even making it your main hustle. But we're tweaking our focus to serve you better, to resonate with your realities, and to guide you on your journey. So you may ask, why the change? Why focus on parents wanting to start a side hustle? Well, 3 reasons really. 1, that's the European way to do it. And for those of you that can't see right now, that aren't watching the video, I'm holding up my thumb. I spent many years in Europe, and this is how you say 1. 1, parents face unique financial pressures. Yeah? Whether it be diapers, daycare, the cost of saving for college, the laundry list of costs that comes with being a parent and having children goes on and on and on. The side hustles that you're dreaming about can provide that extra income that you need to breathe a little easier. Number 2, time. That ever-ticking clock. Parents want more control over their schedules, and damn it, I don't blame you. And a side hustle, especially one that you can run remotely from anywhere, allows for that flexibility. And number 3, and probably more important than anything else, you want to set a good example for your kids. You want to show them that hard work and creativity and maybe a little hustle and a little grind combined with that entrepreneurial spirit can lead to success. Sometimes massive success. Sometimes just enough to keep the lights on, whatever you're looking for. So now as we embark on this new journey together, I want to share 3 quick tips for all my parents out there who are considering starting a side hustle. First, I would urge you to start with something you love, right? It's so much easier to find time in your day, whether it's a little hour earlier in the morning or a little hour later in the night, to work on something that you're passionate about. There's the saying out there, don't follow the money, follow your joy, and the money will come. However, I want to put in a slight word of caution in there. My friend Zach uses this great example, and I've stolen it from him. He's a fellow podcaster out there, Mr. Zach Babcock. Check him out. He says, what if you're passionate about licking drywall? I'm not sure how many entrepreneurial revenue-generating opportunities there are in licking drywall, but hey, who knows if you can make it work? What I'm talking about here is maybe you have a passion about working on cars, crocheting, knitting, painting, woodworking, computers, AI, audio, tech, whatever it might be. Follow that passion and money can follow. All right. Number 2, start small. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not put too much pressure on yourself by trying to launch the next Facebook out of your garage. Huh? Maybe you can, and I hopefully can help you do that. Of course, you can cut me in on some shares, can't you? Okay, but let's be realistic for the rest of us normal folk. Let's start with some achievable goals. Let's celebrate all the small victories and allow our hustles to grow organically. Yeah. And that means, number 3, be patient with yourself and your business. You're a parent. You're a working parent. And you're trying to start your side hustle. You're trying to start your business. That's a lot all by itself. Heck, being a parent by itself is a lot. Heck, some jobs are a lot by themselves. Now let's stack all those together, and you're going to want to remind yourself to take it slow. Look, we've all heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither is your side hustle. Now, can you stumble onto success quickly? Yes, you can, right? That you could be at the right moment, at the right time, have that right mix, and bam, everything blows up. You know what I'm talking about. But for most of us, it's going to take a little time. We're going to have to build Rome one brick at a time. Okay, so take a deep breath. Take one step at a time. Like the song on the old claymation, what was it, Rudolph? It was, you got to put one foot in front of the other and then keep moving forward, my friends. Okay, so there you have it, folks. This podcast is evolving. Think about it. If you've listened since day one, and thank you if you have, we started off on episode 1 talking to entrepreneurs. That's a big niche. And you've heard me say in quite a few episodes, you need to niche down. And I was coached, especially recently, into niching down even more. Okay, and so not too long ago, I niched down to what I thought was better. And I focused in on my digital nomads, my infopreneurs and my course creators, my digital entrepreneurs. And then recently, something just wasn't bugging me. I'm like, you haven't niched down enough. And here's what really drove it home when I was listening to this on someone else's podcast. If you haven't niched down to the point where you think it's too small, right? You haven't niched down enough. And it hit me. And as I was going back and looking through some of the numbers of recent podcast episodes of this podcast, and I have another podcast called Your Success DNA, and I was looking at that one, and I was seeing how many parents are out there, and I was like, man, I know what that's like. Now, mind you, my kids are all grown up, but I still went through it. I still feel the pain. So all that is to say is I'm excited to have you with us on this journey. We're going to dive deep into the world of side hustles, marketing, digital marketing, exploring opportunities, and even sharing some success stories as people tackle challenges, all through the lens of parenting as we go on this journey. And I assure you, it's going to be a journey and an adventure, and you're not going to want to miss a single moment in it. Look, here's the thing for me. We're all in this together. And I mean that 100%. We're going to be navigating some ups and some downs, just like parenthood. It's got its ups and it's got its downs, right? I have said a number of times that I think the entrepreneurial journey is the best personal development course you'll ever go through. So we're going to be navigating these ups and downs of parenthood while embarking on this personal development journey, entrepreneurial journey at the same time. It's like mixing a bit of bedtime story reading with business strategy. Hopefully that one kind of drives it. Sounds a little crazy, but if you think about it, it kind of mixes together. A little bedtime stories, a little business strategy. We're going to put them all both together. And believe me when I say it's possible, and I'm going to be here showing you how. So, are you ready to become a digital nomad? All while juggling parenthood and starting your side hustle at the same time? Yeah? Are you ready to take control and create some additional income and set that powerful example for your kids? That's what I thought. Now, speaking of setting examples, here's what I wanted you to do, because you're going to be hungry. You're going to be ready for the next one. Oh, God, I'm ready to go do this. There's a couple of episodes that have been released recently. You'll probably want to dig your teeth into. One about making money from old magazines. Go check that one out. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but the one I do want you to go back and listen to is episode 417, How to Earn Six Figures by Capturing Birthdays. This is a genius marketing strategy. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Here we're going to be diving deep into the practical side of a side hustle, right? The practical side, into a practical side hustle, and that you can start with minimal resources, time and otherwise, and you can build it into a thriving business. You can use that to leverage to launch something else. So make sure you tune in, episode 417, Earn Six Figures by Capturing Birthdays, and find out how you can turn fun birthday parties into paychecks. Now, isn't that a party worth attending? It beats those pity parties, right? All right. In the meantime, start dreaming, start planning, start taking those baby steps towards your side hustle. And remember, every single journey starts with that single step. Let's take that step together, transforming you, all my hardworking parents, into trailblazing digital nomads. All right, I just wanted to jump on here and share that with you. If it's your first time here, welcome. Welcome to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. It is going to become your newfound hub for parents ready to dive headfirst into the thrilling world of side hustles. Let the adventure begin. And with that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action. Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkmann.